Hello guys, I hope you are doing well. So today is once more the professor, and in this video I'm going to talk about the different periods, admission periods in Russia, because I received a lot of questions concerning the admissions period in Russia. So the first thing that you need to understand is that not all universities in Russia opens at the same time for admissions. There are some universities that open maybe early, there are some universities that open maybe later, and every university open in different periods of times. But there is a specific periods where most universities are open. I'm going to talk about it. So that specific periods where most universities are open is in June, July, August. In these 3 months, during these 3 months, most universities in Russia are open for the language course, because we are going to talk first for the language course. Most universities are open for the language course. And this is for the comeback of September, September, October, meaning the admissions open like June, July, October, August, for the comeback of September. Now, there are also some universities that open early. For example, in March. In March, some universities are already open for the comeback of September, but not all. So every university, as I said, every university opens at a specific period of time. There are some universities that open maybe in March and they close maybe in June. Others open maybe in April, they will close in August. In fact, every university has its own system. But if you talk in general, universities in Russia starts opening by March till maybe October. And when I say October, I mean most people will say maybe school has already started. Yeah, even if school has started, there are some universities that still have admission open. Even if you come late, it's your problem. You will pay the school fees as someone who came maybe in September. Even if you come in, I don't know, October, November, you pay the school fees as someone the same as someone come in October. That's for the comeback of September. Meaning, for the comeback of September, admissions open by from March to maybe October, November. For the comeback of October, for the comeback of September, October, because every university, there are some universities that start classes in September, others start classes in October. So for this comeback, for this specific comeback, universities open by March, from March to October, November. Now there is another comeback, for example, the comeback of February, March, to end in July, in June, July, or to do 1.5 course. Because there is a 1 year course, there is a 1.5 year course, and there is also a half-year course. But most universities don't open a half-year course, because half a year is not sufficient to know the language and to be able to get to the university. But there are some people that do only 6 months of language and they go to the university. So as I was saying, the comeback of September is a 1 year course from September to June. Now, for the comeback of February, usually that's for 1.5 year course, meaning February to June, you go to holidays, then you come back again in September and you do a full year to June again. That's a 1.5 year course. So for this comeback, universities open usually from October, December, January, February for the comeback of March. Meaning they'll start opening admissions October, December, January, February. They'll start opening admission. So that's it for the comeback of March. Now, as I said, there is 1.5 comeback and there's also a half-year comeback. If you choose, for example, there are some universities that allows you to come maybe in February, but you will pay school fees like someone who came in September, and you just do a half year language course, and you finish maybe in June. At the same time, like people that started maybe in October, November, December, and that's not good for you. That's why I always advise people to come for the comeback of September, because that's when the year starts, and that's where you have a lot of time to work money. And if you need to pay your school fees, you can pay the next year. But if you come here maybe in March and in June you finish your course, now you need to pay school fees for the first year. And from March to June, if you didn't work enough money, you will not have the money to pay your school fees, and that will be bad for you. So that's why I advise people to come here during the comeback of September. Or if you are going to come during the comeback of March, be sure that's a 1.5 year course. Be sure that's a 1.5 year course, so that you pay the school fees for 1.5 year, and you have 1.5 year to work money and to organize yourself to prepare for your first year at the university. So that's I think that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about, the different comebacks in Russia, the different admission periods. As I said, if you want to come in September, admission starts open maybe in March, maybe you can end in October, depending on the university. But in this period of time, universities open close, universities open close. Every university has its own period where they open admission and when they close. If you want to come, for example, in March, university opens maybe in October, December, January, February, and you have the ability to come in March, depending on the course. So be sure of the course you are doing. If someone wants to help you to come, be sure that you are going to come for 1 year course or 1.5 year course. That's the best way to come. And not only it helps you to learn the language correctly, but it gives you time uh, to get money, for example, and to adapt to the system and know and choose a good field at the university. Because for those who don't know, you don't have the ability to change field here in Russia without, for example, going back in your country or something like that. It is very difficult to change field here, like other countries, for example. So you need to choose a good field at the university so that you don't have to change after. You don't have to bother yourself looking for another field. So I think that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. And see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.